Well, House and Senate committees are demanding answers from top Biden administration officials. They want to know more details and who is responsible for that chaotic and deadly withdrawal from Afghanistan. Lawmakers also want to know more about plans for evacuating Americans and Afghan allies left behind. Capitol Hill correspondent Erik Rosales reports.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken was supposed to testify remotely before the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, but decided to sit in the hot seat in person. He continues to defend the Biden administration's withdrawal strategy and blames former President Donald Trump.
President Biden immediately faced the choice between ending the war or escalating it. Had he not followed through on his predecessor's commitment, attacks on our forces and those of our allies would have resumed, and the Taliban's nationwide assault on Afghanistan's major cities would have commenced.
But Republicans say the Biden administration had months to prepare for its own decision.
Paraphrasing your own words from your opening statement, if after 20 years and hundreds of billions of dollars in support, equipment, and training, there's not enough for the Afghan government or the Afghan security forces to become more resilient or self-sustaining, what did we think was going to happen as that support began to be removed?
You referenced Chairman Milley, as I did earlier. Nothing that he saw, that I saw, that we saw, suggested that this government and security force would collapse in a matter of 11 days.
This wasn't a failure of intelligence. This was a failure of policy and planning. We have the wrong people analyzing this.
Other Republicans say the real issue, how did it come to this? The chaos, the death of 13 U.S. service members and Americans left behind. Prior to the hearing, Republicans made clear they want answers.
We'd like to hear the truth as opposed to the kind of excuses we've been getting from this administration. It's been disgraceful.
Despite leaving Americans behind, Secretary Blinken praised the military and evacuation efforts. He adds U.S. officials are in contact with Americans and Afghans right now that still want to leave, and negotiations continue with the Taliban. House Republicans have called for Secretary Blinken and other senior administrative officials to resign, and some have even filed articles of impeachment. But Secretary Blinken says he will not step down. At the Capitol, Erik Rosales, EWTN News Nightly.